Yeah, I'm Jacob Banks, and you're watching 101.9 KINK Radio in the Bloodworks live studio.
I feel like I have to take a breath after that. Jacob Banks here in the Bloodworks live studio. I told you backstage, and I told everybody here, I am such a big fan, and was so excited that you brought in the full crew.
Oh, no, thank you for having us.
Because if you've heard your EP, "The Boy Who Cried Freedom," there's almost in every single song, there's a certain point where that bass kicks in, and it goes through your body, and then it goes back through your body, and you feel like you're exploding. And that happened to me like 5 times back there. It was pretty sweet.
Thank you.
Do you set out to have those moments where it's like you can not only feel it in your body, you can feel it in the room? It was crazy. It was shaking.
I think for that particular project, the whole concept was mixing old school like blues and soulful vibes with modern stuff. So it was always a choice of where you wanted that transition to happen. So with that particular project, it was set out to have a conflict of interest in a weird way, to have both old school and new school exist at the same time.
Sure. Yeah. Maybe that's what it is, because
yeah.
It's that conflict just is like, what is happening to me?
Yeah.
Seriously, I need to take a breath, or maybe go smoke a cigarette. So Jacob, you're 26 years old?
Yes, sir.
When you first, where did your sound, you don't sound like a 26-year-old. I'm sure that's not the first time somebody said that to you.
Possibly.
What happened the first time you opened up your voice and that voice came out and people are like, what the heck?
I started making music properly about 5 years ago. You don't really like have a say in what voice you have. I think people think you do, like you just choose. Like this is what I was given, and I just kind of made the best out of the situation. You don't really, you're not invited to the choosing of voices.
Yeah, you're making more than the best out of this situation.
Thank you.
It's pretty amazing. But you didn't necessarily set out to be doing what you're doing. You went to university, and you have a degree in civil engineering. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. I could build bridges, but people will die. It's the truth.
So is that the choice? It's like, I could go make music, or I could build bridges and people would die.
Yeah. So this is a safer option. No one's died thus far. So
Yeah.
this is good.
Did you do any projects out of that, or was that out of university?
Literally, as soon as I graduated, I moved to London and I just started making music. It was always apparent. When I was studying, I was around future civil engineers, and I knew I could never stand any of these guys for more than the hours that I'm committed to in class.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you pull any of that heartache or whatever you want
That's
to describe
just
that?
what Unholy War is about.
Yeah.
Actually.
Oh, is it?
No, it's not. It's not.
So it's not as deep as I thought it was.
No,
speaking of, you're not only having success with this album, but like Unholy War, I think I've heard it or seen it on like 5 different TV shows.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it pays the rent, man.
Yeah.
It truly does.
Speaking of the rent, or I hear you're a cat guy. You got some cats back at the
I
pad.
have 2 cats. Yeah.
Have you always been a cat guy?
No, so many jokes could be made here.
Sure.
But this is a family
Let's make
show.
them.
No, we're good. I have always been a cat guy, truly.
Uh-huh.
Never once. No, I grew up on my dad's a farmer, so we grew up around all different types of animals. But cats always got my attention.
Look, listen, there is no judgment in this room. It might come, many people are just like, if you're a dog guy, it might seem more macho. But let's be honest, you're touring. Cats are easy.
Yeah, cats makes the most sense.
It makes totally the most sense.
Yeah.
So how many cats you got?
I have 2.
And can we get their names just so we can put a kitten with the face?
Prince Lord Zuko, first of his name,
Okay.
and Mustafa Biscuits.
Perfect cat names.
Incredible cat
I love
names.
it. We could talk about cats all day,
We could.
but
True.
I think we should listen to more music from Jacob Banks here in the Bloodworks Live studio.